Welcome everyone to the first episode of Curiosities. This is a system that I have developed from scratch based on the basic role-playing system provided by Chaosium. We invite you to join us as we adventure through Gold City in the year 1917. Joining us today are Eric as Tony Pulpini.
That's me.
Story as Zenaide, Edie, Fendrych, and Darrion as Maya Rose.
Nice to meet you guys. I can't see you, but I'm here.
It's the couch.
We lost the first version of this, the first part of this recording to my computer overheating. So here's what you missed on Glee. Gold City was a former mining city that had a gold rush and then got very dead very quickly. Currently, it's in the midst of a revival of sorts as legendary explorer Audrey Diamore has decided to make her museum of world artifacts in the middle of it. There's been a lot of people moving there, and it's pretty busy, especially one little intersection on South Main Street and Duke Street where we find our heroes today. So far, Tony Pulpini, an anemic boxer who's on the run from the mob after he lost a fight he was supposed to win due to a bout of anemia, is currently had an encounter with the local drunk wino, as he refers to her, Lydia. They were hanging out in his apartment when there was a sudden tremor and then the sound of music coming from somewhere from across the street behind the hotel Mystique. With nothing better to do, the two of them headed out to explore. Now we are in the apartment of Edie as her scarab, which she got at an eventful dinner party a few years back, glowed and gave her a premonition of the earthquake to come. Perhaps leading us to believe there's something not entirely natural about it. And we find her in her apartment just after she's managed to keep her valuables intact in the style of the beginning of the Mary Poppins film. Her scarab still glowing in response to the music.
Wait, is it glowing or heating up?
A little bit of both. It's a little bit of a glow, a little bit of warmth. You can tell
mysterious.
Yeah, you can tell something's off on a tactile and visual level.
I'm trying to hold my cigarette while I hold my stuff, and it's not a cigarette, it's a pencil, as we know.
Don't smoke, kids.
But this is 1917 when everyone smokes.
The moral of this story is all the characters smoke, and then at the end of the campaign, they die of lung cancer. It doesn't matter what you do, don't smoke. So anyway, yes.
See what all they can survive, only to die from lung cancer, folks. Okay, so Edie's here, holding her things. My goodness. And then it was, thanks for the help again, little friend. I assume that this happens a lot. Thanks for the help again, little friend. And then, what is that? Don't I hear something? Don't I hear the music? I do love live music. Maybe I should go check that out. What do you think, little friend?
It like kind of...
I thought so too. And I'm going to put it in my pocket, and I'm going to grab my purse, which is definitely loaded with cash and coins, because I'm a very charitable, good-natured soul. And how am I dressed? Am I already ready to like go out in public? Do I look good?
How early do you think your character gets up? How early do you think he gets
it's
up?
9 a.m., you said?
Yeah.
I would imagine she's the type to get up at like 7, even if it's just to lounge.
Gotcha. So yeah, she's probably ready to go.
All right. So she got up. She dressed the nines as per usual, and she's gonna make sure she grabs her purse. She's gonna put the scarab in the purse, and she's gonna walk out the door, intent on listening to some music. I assume she's gonna lock the door and like tell like a doorman hello or goodbye, or an elevator attendant maybe.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what you see. The doorman.
Is there elevators in 1917? I don't know.
There can be.
Yes.
All right, there is now. And then it's
Take
like,
the elevator down. The elevator man, who is not named purposefully. I just not have an elevator man ready. Says,
Can I name him? Can I name him? His name's going to be Albert.
Albert.
Oh.
His name's Albert.
Elevator attendant.
But I'm gonna call him Albie sometimes.
Big Al.
Well, you
By
have
the
a-
way,
Huh?
oh, so note to Felix, who's going to be editing this. I really hope he takes Bruno's face and like puts it on a brooch for when he's playing the character of the glowing scarab, because I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
You're asking a lot of a man who are paying at
Zero.
most too little, at the least literally nothing.
And at most likely literally nothing.
Most likely literally nothing, especially these first few episodes.
It would be hilarious.
I don't
if
know.
It was
I'd
like,
pay $10 to see that.
Story was like, oh, what do you think, little guy? And it was like Bruno's face on a brooch, like, oh, I think we should go listen to the black music or whatever it is.
All right, so as you're heading down, bring it back in.
Yes.
As you're heading down the elevator, yeah, you see Albert. He says, "Oh, be careful out there, Mr. Fendrych. Careful out there, Miss Fendrych.
Oh,
Dangerous."
you know, I always am, Albert. Here's a tip, and I'm gonna give him a generous tip. It's $5, which is a lot for
He
1970.
says, "Gosh, golly, thank you so much."
He's much younger than I pictured him.
He's 80 years old.
Oh, good.
Young at
Is
heart.
he wearing a bow tie?
Of
Very
course.
lively.
What's
I'm
up
gonna
with the
straighten
elevator?
it because I'm a flirt too. I'm gonna straighten the bow tie and give him a wink, and I'm gonna.
Says,
walk
"Oh,
out.
you make me feel 40 years younger, Miss Fendrych. You have a great day out there."
Oh, Albie, I'll miss you while I'm gone. Still
Head out.
consistently smoking as well. Like it never stops.
The last one hasn't fully burned out yet, and you've already lit a second one.
It's a chain smoking situation.
All right, we cut from the
It's crazy that all my husbands have died and yet I have not yet.
we come from the lobby of the Lost Chaps Lodge and head over to the back room of the Twilight Theater, which is currently a gambling den. Right now, there's a bit of disarray as many of the games have been interrupted by the tremor. You see Maya, the leader of this establishment. One of your men comes up to you and goes, "Miss Rose, there's a bit of a problem. We're trying to do our best here with the entertainment, but that flute music's just drowning everything else out. It's I think it's coming from right behind the building. You're as the boss, would you mind checking it out? We're all all of us. We're good sorts, but we're not the adventurous type."
Well, damn, I gotta do everything myself. Just turn the music up, and I'll reach around their back and go check it out.
All right, I'll have him. I'll have him play louder, and you hear like your building is like right next to Hotel Mystique, so the music in here is not like a light flute music. It's
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
as the band, your henchman tries to muster the band to play louder. You see, like it's terribly like it's very dissonant. He says, "This is still going on. By the time we get around to tonight's performance, I don't know what we're gonna do. No one's gonna pay good money to hang out and listen to this."
Oh Lord, is there like a stage there? You said there's musicians, right?
Yeah, so this is the back hall. There's like a kind of like a band stage. So in the theater there is like an actual theater space. This is a little bit like partially kind of below ground, and normally the side of this is kind of was like soundproof. So the theater can still have performances while stuff's going on in the gambling hall. But unfortunately, the side of the building that the music's coming from is not the soundproof side.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a bit. Well, I walk up the stage, and that's all my customers. Yeah, what do I tell them?
I mean, there's just
Just give
one
it a
guy.
minute?
There's just one guy right now.
Oh yeah, well,
It's
look,
9 a.m.
I put my hand on the shoulder. Look here, sweetheart. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna get everything situated. Please don't leave before the entertainment arrives.
Eric, I gotta ask, by any chance would this man happen to be Harold?
Oh, the homeless man?
Yeah.
That's definitely Harold.
Oh, do I know Harold too, or do he just like?
He's been in
He's
the
there
area
at
for a while.
9 o'clock.
He's a drifter, man. Everyone knows Harold. They don't know his last name. He doesn't know his last name. But that's fucking Harold, man.
All right. Shit. Ask Harold what he's doing.
What am I ever doing?
All right. 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 All That's funny. Oh shit. 'Cause I kind of don't want to go out back by myself, and my henchmen, they're like sound like a bunch of pussies.
Yeah, they're all like, you have one good guy who's also a character of Eric's, but he's out on a business call right now. Terrence Two Tongues works for you, but he's out on a business call right now with a client, so he wouldn't be able
Business call.
Oh gosh, I wish I had.
A lot of linguistics going on.
Linguistics, right? I'm gonna peek out the door and see what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
on
you
this
see three people outside the entrance. Because you know out back here, there's an entrance to the mines. They're all over the city. This is one like particularly of note that's like marked off, kind of like to make sure people don't fall in. And you see three people. You see a muscular man with a woman who's clearly like having trouble standing up. You see another clearly very wealthy woman with a purse. Both kind of approach the front of this mine shaft at the same time.
Hey, lady, do you know what the hell's going on?
Which lady are you talking to?
The wealthy
Shit, the
one.
lady with
the
the purse.
Makes sense. Not many people want to talk to me.
Nah.
I don't have a clue what's going on. But don't you just love the music? I love live music, and the flute's such a delicate instrument.
It's clearly not like playing like a real like song like melody that you've heard of, but I mean it's kind of got a groove. You hear now that you're closer to the mine. You also hear like maybe light sprinklings of other instruments as well, but they're much quieter than the flute.
I don't like no flute, baby. If it ain't got no fiddle, I don't like it. Oh my god! Is this like incapacitating, like sound? Honestly,
no. I mean, it's like just kind of loud and
annoying.
Yeah. Can I look around the ground? I don't want to actually like touch anything because that would be dirty.
There's like a little one-room building over where the mine entrance is,
so
like people don't fall in, like bust through or anything like that. Yeah, it's accessible.
Well, I simply must know who this is in here because I must tip them. I'm enjoying I love this abstract sound they're coming out with. I feel like this is the new age. It reminds me of, what's it called? What is the new wave of stuff? Is it jazz? Yes. I would like to go into the building, and I'm going to go and try and open it.
Yeah, the building is unlocked, and you see inside here, there's a couple things for it's mainly for people who, still have to check for service reasons and stuff. These areas just kind of make sure, because there's annual inspections to make sure they're not going to collapse underneath the town, essentially. So there's flashlights in here, as well as a few other shovels and a couple tools, things like that.
I'm gonna go, if I don't immediately see anything else, I'm gonna go pick up a flashlight and turn it on and start to look around. Yeah, and there's kind of in the corner a cover on the ground that if you open up, presumably is the entrance. And Lydia has followed you in and also picked up a flashlight. Just kind of wonton.
I'm also gonna go in after Lydia because she's my new friend, and do the same. I'm taking a flashlight. I'm also picking up a shovel.
I'm about to say, somebody better pick up a shovel because I'm
gonna pick up a shovel and a flashlight.
Gotcha. A shovel and flashlight. You know what, flashlights? Yeah, and you see.
It's a real party in here now, isn't it? Look at the lights. It's great.
You see Lydia kind of looks at the trap door, and she's like,
I'm gonna put the light in her eyes and see what she does.
She goes,
you look terrible, doll. It's a bit early for that.
Hey, I may have just met this lady, but don't talk shit about my friend.
No, I'm trying to help her, I promise.
She says,
nothing can help her. She's a wino. Let her be.
She goes over to she's like, right, are we gonna open it?
Oh, I'm not touching that.
Is there a lock on the latch or something?
No, I mean, suspiciously, this whole thing, I guess, in times of population increase, they haven't really made the necessary, safety measures going up.
It's not safe.
Yeah, before everyone in town kind of knew, hey, don't fuck around this building. So there's not a lot of, precautions.
All right, I'm going to open the hatch and, shine my light down into it.
Yeah, you see, it just goes into the mines.
I'm gonna
you see
peek.
there's a pretty solid ladder, not ladder, sorry, staircase going down here that was clearly built after the original mine was, as the service entrance to Edie's and getting down. So it's pretty stable.
Alright, they're like, come on, Lydia. I'm gonna, grab her arm and start walking down.
Lydia,
Lydia's the
Would you like
wino,
me
right?
to spot her?
Before Lydia goes down, as you say that, Lydia goes, ladies first to you, Edie.
Don't mind if I do. I guess I'll be going too. And I'm gonna take it and just start very, very loose armed with my flashlight, just kind of waving it around like, this is fun. I love adventure.
It's extremely poorly illuminated, but there's no major tripping it because these are pretty well trafficked hallways. There's no real tripping hazards or anything like that along the way. Maya, you see these three head down into the mine shaft.
I nod my head in disagreement because on the inside I'm terrified. But I don't want to show it. And then I run right behind the rich lady with the bag and hold on to her tightly.
Oh yeah, none of us know each other, do we?
No, this is your
We're all
first
just
meeting.
like, we're going on an adventure.
No
so
one's
what's
even.
everyone's names before I have to yell at you?
Right.
Oh, I'm Tony.
Coney?
Tony. I'm a boxer.
Tony
You're
the boxer.
Tony the
With
boxer.
C.
You probably haven't heard of me. I'm new to town. I don't know if I'd want you to hear me.
All right, Tony.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Funny. Oh my
What about
God.
you, doll? The one that's the one, honey, and I'm gonna like pick her up. I assume she's somewhat bent over. I'm gonna pick her up and like look at her face, like, "What's your name, doll?"
She's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm Lydia, but what I want to know is you're." She points over to Maya. She goes, "You're that the boss of that gang, right? I got kicked out of your place a couple times. What are you doing in the mines?"
A boss of a den. Do tell.
Well, sweetheart, what I do and what I'm a boss of is none of your damn business. And I do remember you. You got drunk and you were assaulting my henchman, and I threw your ass out.
Well, he was being very
I like
rude.
her more and more.
He was being very rude, and he said, "Ma'am, the amount of drinks you've had, your blood alcohol level has to be over 50%. You need to stop drinking." What was I supposed to do? Just let the bastard walk off?
Absolutely, that is the rules.
Whatever. And you guys have, as you've been talking down the hallway.
I like her.
My name is Maya. Damn, damn, I left my character sheet. Maya Rose, the gambling princess. Tell Felix to add like a couple octaves to my voice.
Bruno.
Pitch up your voice.
I'm very lusty. I have a 6 in lust, right?
Uh-huh.
Who's the most attractive woman here?
Depends. What's your type?
Well, I'm kind of like a blue-collar boxer boy, so I like girls that can handle themselves. So probably Maya then, right?
Well, I'm Zenaide Fendrych. Damn it, Bruno. I'm Zenaide Fendrych, but you can call me Edie, and then we can walk.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to introduce myself.
It's really easy to like find where the music coming from because the mine shafts. It's very clear like when you hit an intersection that okay, there is music coming from this one, not from these other two. So pretty quickly you find yourself there's like an area that looks like it was like caved in, but has recently like there's rubble in the hall. And clearly there's a mine like shaft on the other side, but it looks like it hasn't been accessible in a while. But perhaps the tremor opened it up.
All right. I'm gonna take my shovel, and I'm gonna try to like, get some of the rocks away from like the top of the thing, so we can crawl through the whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's actually pretty quick work because like in the middle, it's like it's probably actually only about waist high the opening. So with the shovel, you're easily able to get it to this manageable level. It's really loose because of the tremor, so it's really easy to shovel it down to an area where you can more than a step. Yeah, the hallway goes back. The hallway goes back for about probably 20 or so feet, and then the tunnel takes a sharp right.
Like this way, Maya. I'm gonna walk through.
I want to peek into my purse. I want to ask my scarab, I want to see what it's doing. I guess I can't really ask it a question, but I want to see what it's doing. I was like, what do you think, little buddy? What's going on here?
It seems a little brighter than before as you
Brighter.
there.
I'm going to take that as a good sign. I'm going to button my person and follow.
And you have like conga line style, like Lydia holding onto your shoulders.
Yes, because she's my buddy now.
You guys get through as you hit that corner. You notice to one side there's a cavern. So it opens up on the right into like there's like clearly a more natural room. And then on the left, so where that corner is, you didn't see from back there. There's actually a door that looks like it was like an older from the original mining project.
Oh my fucking god, Chris.
So where is the music coming from that door?
The music seems to be coming from the cavern area.
Can I use spot hidden to look around the tavern?
The cavern?
Yeah.
Sure.
For
if you're
like
going,
wherever the music's coming from.
If you're going into the cavern, then there's something that you obviously see once you enter it.
Oh, okay. I'm going into the
So
cavern.
you head into the cavern. You see the other side of it is it's a pretty like the ceiling here is a lot higher than the rest of the shafts. Across the room, there's like a pit, like it like drops down. Who knows how far inside? But to your left, there's a giant set of metal doors, and there's like 3 little smaller holes on each side that the music seems to be coming through.
I'm gonna hit the door with the shovel.
Clong.
That didn't work. You guys got any bright ideas? That's me turning to you guys.
Lydia's like, I say hit it with the shovel again.
I got so caught up with the role playing, I forgot that I had skills that I could be doing checks with.
I'm a spot hidden.
Okay, I'm going to do the same, but I forgot dice, so I'm going to grab those.
I passed.
All right, cool. Are you, Story or Darrion, your characters also making spot hidden rolls?
Yes, I just had to grab my dice. Ooh, 17.
That's a success as well, I take it?
Oh, yes.
Gotcha. So you two take a look around, get a closer look at the doors, and you see actually there's several pieces of like paneling.
Paneling.
And there's one panel that's looser than others.
I'm gonna hit that different panel with my shovel again.
Like just hit it, or are you trying to like pry it off?
Wait, before he hits it, can I just go and like push it?
Push it? Yeah, you push it and it kind of like flaps. Like it seems like there's something underneath it. Like it's not like completely loose. It's like the corner.
Can my hand get behind there?
Yeah, for sure.
Can I pull it?
Yeah, you pull it. And
Do I need a shovel?
No, the whole piece easily just kind of like it's old and it pulls out, and you see that in the door there's a lot of like machinery in it, like gears and stuff, and there's clearly a piece like missing from it.
So there's a gear missing?
You're not actually sure what exactly is missing, but it's just clear there's something missing.
But something. Oh.
If you'd like to, you can attempt mechanical repair on it. Other than that, in this room right now, there's not much else you can do to the door.
Does anyone have a mechanical repair skill? I'm going to go back and go through that other door, because there's another door.
Yeah, there's another door.
Can I just, for shits and gigs, roll or mechanical repair?
Sure, go ahead.
I feel like Edie's the type that's just like, maybe I can help, and then just like does something.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Oh, frick!
What'd you get?
An 11.
Yeah, you're like, Eureka! And you almost got something, but like, not quite. There's always a piece, whenever you rearrange it, like you rearrange it in ways that make sense, but there's always a piece missing. So back in the office, yeah, Maya, Darrion, is Maya staying with Edie in the main room, or is she heading back to the other office?
I'm gonna follow Tony.
Gotcha. So yeah, you and Lydia kind of stays with Edie while she's help her with the door. And you guys go back. You find that door. You open it, and it looks like it was maybe like a miner's office before the mine was shut down. You see very bare bones. There's like the remains of a desk and kind of a shitty chair and a rusty like filing cabinet with most of the drawers missing. And there's like a lamp hanging on the wall that, in theory, could be lit.
I'm going to rifle through the desk.
Gotcha, yeah. You find most of the drawers come out. There's something in it. There's one drawer that feels like when you shake it, there's something inside of it, but it's stuck.
Can I use some sort of skill here?
Yeah, if you want to make a strength roll, just based off your basic strength ability, just kind of brute force it
Okay.
if you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna strength it. 63 out of 75. I succeed.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Maya, you see this kind of like lean, skinnier muscle dude. He just fucking like pulls out this drawer. A loud like snap, like twist of the old rusted metal kind of coming apart. And you see inside, there's seems to be a dowel, not a dowel, sorry, a pulley and like a dark cable that are kind of the same color as the mechanics on the inside of the door. And there's also like a small like journal that looks old but still hasn't quite like come apart in its age yet.
Well, I gently pick up the journal first.
Gotcha.
And then I put that in my pocket for later. We're going to read that on the way back with our flashlights. And you said there was a pulley and like a cable? Or what? What was he saying?
Yeah, like that's like a pulley and a cable to make like put around it and actually make it work.
I'm gonna say, I'm like, hey babe, I think we can use this to fix that door. Role playing, right?
Yes, sir. All right.
I want to be walking. Or wait, no, I'm still fiddling with the thing.
Uh-huh.
Y'all are finding a thing.
Yeah,
You're still failing.
Yeah, the music coming through the holes in the sides, and yeah, you head right back after that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try to install this pulley thing.
Yeah, so Tony comes back with the pulley and the cable.
Oh, perfect! This is just what I needed, I think.
Yeah, once you have like the actual piece that's missing, it's a pretty simple matter of just kind of popping it in. Yeah. As you do, the doors kind of have like a soft like whirring noise from inside of them as they open up, kind of back towards you all. So you'll have to kind of move back. Lydia's like, "Oh, pretty good. Good work, everyone. Teamwork." You see behind it is very different from the cavern you're in. It's still a cave structure, but it's like this black, almost kind of like it reflects light but not image, kind of like obsidian is how the closest thing I can describe it to. And as you shine your lights in, you see everything from floor to ceiling in this room is stone, and it starts going into a hallway that heads back deeper.
I guess I'm gonna go to that hallway, right?
Sure. Let's go down that hallway.
Yeah, you guys head down.
Wait, as we're walking, I'm gonna kind of open my little purse and just watch my thing glow and just kind of like hit the wall a little. See, does it do anything?
Hitting the wall doesn't do anything, but this is definitely the direction the music's coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys head deeper. As you're heading deeper, the thing goes from the size of these giant doors, and it gets narrower and narrower until you all have to squeeze like single file to get through. And Tony, you're leading the group.
Yeah, I'm leading with my shovel and flashlight.
Yeah, you push through until the room opens into like another room that's all the same material. You notice directly across from you, the room has caved in. Perhaps a way out of it is caved in. There's a hallway to the left and right. This room is very circular. The ceiling is very like rounded, almost like a perfect circle actually. And the entire floor is covered in about an inch of water.
I'm gonna kneel down and smell the water.
Smells very clean. As a matter of fact, it's weird. You don't see any like source or like drain for this water to go and come from, but it does not seem stagnant.
All right, I'm like, guys, this water smells clean, too clean. And then I'm gonna take my shovel and try to do the same thing where I dig the shit.
The ground is that same black material, and your shovel clangs off.
Oh.
Fuck.
Wait, I thought you said there was a caved-in thing.
That was across the thing, but it's so are you talking about across the room, the hallway that's caved in?
Yeah.
It's also made of that same dark material. This one, your shovel is not fine to purchase. So there's just the hallways to the left and the right.
We shine our flashlights on the floor. What do we see? Since the water's
Must
really
say,
clear.
can I do a spot hidden check?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's a 000? Is that 100?
Failure. Yeah, you know that
Shit.
the floor is probably not actually this dark material. The floor, you can tell, is glass, and underneath there's a vast sea just waiting to swallow you up.
That's what you got from a 100? That must have been really obvious.
That's probably not good info.
Yeah, no one else sees that. Everyone else just sees there's black rock under the water.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
look at
Yeah,
it,
I was
and then
like-
I'm gonna look at my cigarette. Like, what? Where did I buy this pack again?
This ain't no wacky tobacco, is it?
Just smoking sherm sticks.
Fuck.
I don't think she put it out necessarily, but she's smoking with hesitation now. There's a bit of hesitation. And she's going to look at the scarab. And I feel like she just kind of talks to it. So, they're like, is the floor really glass? Or am I imagining it? I'm going to, like, put the thing really close and try and make sure they don't see
It doesn't react.
Can we hear her talking?
Yeah, there's no other real noise. I mean, the music is coming through, and clearly now the music has other instruments in it.
I'm gonna fucking do a spot hidden check then, because I hear her talk about glass floor, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch on about? Wow, 91 out of 65.
Yeah, nothing.
Not a
It's
success.
just a
I
shallow.
bet it looks pretty glassy to you, too.
It's just a shallow pool. I mean,
Well, I figured out what you were on about, so it's success.
there's not a glass bottom to it. It's just the dark stone.
Oh, I'm aware.
All right, I'm
Oh, so
gonna
fair.
lean
News
against
story
the
is aware.
hallway, be
Uh-huh.
like, "Hey Maya, where do you think we should go?"
I will say the music sounds like it could be coming from either direction now. Either the left or the right passageway.
Coney here is about to pull a Fred from Scooby-Doo and be like, let's split up. I picked Daphne.
Right. For real.
Look, I have lust at a 6. I am a lusty boy. Okay, I can't not help but play the character I've been given. By that I
No,
mean the
that's
character
fair.
I made.
Just don't
You
be
need you need
surprised
a
when
cold
Edie's
shower.
jealous. I heard there's a pool of water back there.
Right.
Below, you're all standing in it still.
Oh.
We're still
Yeah, we're standing in this
He's-
water.
And he's on one of the hallways, right? Or is he on the collapsed hallway?
I was trying to dig the collapse stuff, and now I've turned around and I'm like leaning against the hallway, and I'm like, what should we do?
Yes, there's still a left one or a right one that you can go down that are open.
Is that what
You
your
got
hands
pretty
up?
much-
You're leaning?
Yeah, that's me leaning.
Casual.
Yeah, just
he has his
casually
hip poked out a little
leaning.
bit. You know what I'm saying? He's flexing his
Hip
abs on the
poked
cool.
out.
Yeah, that 20th century thing where you just like block a woman's direction by like leaning against the wall and taking up the whole space. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, Coney's a creep.
Right, I'm about to say like creep.
All right, so Maya, which way are you saying you should head?
Honestly, I think we're gonna pull a Fred. I think we should go half and half down each hallway.
You're gonna make this game take a much long. We're gonna be playing until midnight if we do that.
Fuck that. Let's all go down the left side.
Wait, I want to stick together.
All right,
I'm a little worried. I think the floor back
To
there
left it is then,
glass.
babe. I'm gonna go down the left.
all right. So head to the left. This hallway is not nearly as long as that entryway, but it does go a little ways, and you soon find yourself in there's clearly the material of the walls are still the same, but this room is full of like clutter and like piles of things, and it's all the stuff that's kind of on the ground level or like lower half of the room, all seems to be covered in like a reflective powder, some kind of like liquid powder, except standing on clearly kind of the centerpiece of the room, there's this figurine of some kind, an idol perhaps, that seems to be the centerpiece of this room. It's not covered by the reflective powder, and it's instead carved from another dark material, probably about the same consistency as the stone, but a little lighter in color.
Mm. I'm gonna turn to Maya and be like, "What's your little book say about this?"
Forgot I had the journal. I'm gonna check the journal and see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, the
I
journal.
have a little bit of anthropology. Is that going to be helpful at all here?
If you want to make a check, yeah, I'll read the journal and then you can make your let me know how your anthropology check turns out. So Maya, you read through this. This actually it mentions the doors a little bit, but it's not so much like about the contents. Okay, basically, what happened was while the mining was going on, they were clearing out rubble after an earthquake and found the cavern with the doors in it. The doors and that room in the pit hadn't been there before. Like they were trying to recover like a passageway, and that passageway was gone. This cave area, and the doors were there instead. The next day, when they came back, the doors were open, and a miner named Willie Short had gone in, only to have the doors closed immediately behind him. He said through the holes that he was going to go look for another way out, and they never heard from him again. And that's kind of the basic, and the rest of it's just kind of like notes about the mining process and things like that. That's the only thing that's really relevant to your situation. Oh, and I should say there's another, there's another hallway in this room heading to the right. Like if you came in, there's a whole scene with the idol on it, and there's also a hallway going out to the right.
What should we do, gang? Kind of want to check out this idol. Want to see what is it like? What is it like?
Sure.
I agree.
Like you need to Indiana Jones it a little bit, though.
No, I'm good on the Indiana Jones thing. You know what I'm saying? Because Homeboy didn't get out. That's the journal just said.
Well, Jones did, but not his brother or his buddy.
Yeah.
So are you picking it up?
No.
No.
I'm gonna examine it thoroughly where it's at.
Yeah. How'd that anthropology roll turn out for Edie?
Fail.
No. I mean, looking at it, it looks like a weird shape. Like it's kind of humanoid in shape. Like there's clearly a head and a torso and maybe some legs. But it seems like the material that it's in doesn't seem like it's the best for sculpting. And there's a lot of details that are kind of lost.
So it's like somebody just whittled that shit real quick. Shit, should we pick it up? I kind of want to pick it up now.
Or maybe you want to.
Hey, it's your character, man. Pick it up.
Hey,
What
man,
is the scarab doing?
The scarab, since the scarab has entered this area, it seems like this whole area it's reacting to. So it's not going to be reacting to like specific things in this area.
I'm treating this thing like a metal detector.
It's really not. I mean, really, it's just supposed. I was trying to use it to get you to come. Your character have a reason to check things out.
Yeah.
Really, it's just the 2 points of mental armor. Yeah. So.
Well, shit. I pick it up.
Gotcha. You pick it up, and it's almost like a dog whistle goes off. I need everyone to make a POW roll for me.
A what roll?
A power roll.
Okay.
It's up to your
power.
characteristics, not your skills. Yeah. Lydia's gonna make one too.
Oh, power roll.
All right, walk me through this. I know I didn't pass because I see a 50% next to my power, and I rolled an 82.
Cool. So you failed. How did Tony do?
failed.
Tony failed. How'd Maya do?
But what's that 10?
I do not know. I don't even know how the fuck I'm supposed to roll for that.
The 10 is the actual skill value. Its actual value. The percentage you're making a check based on it.
It's under the base statistics, like where your strength and agility and shit are.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so you roll against the percentage.
Okay, so I roll against the percentage. So what would I roll?
Yeah, the 2d10, the d100.
Okay, 2d10. Let's see, that's a D.
Yeah, one has the 10s on it, and then one just has 1 through 10 on it.
Yeah, and I roll both of them. Now definitely give you that percentage, right?
And you want lower than your number.
Yeah, I got 7 and I got 0.
70?
70, yeah.
Out of what's your POW?
10, and it's just 50%.
50, yeah, so you all, Lydia as well, all take 4 points of mental damage, kind of amidst this psychic shriek. Edie, you have 2 points of mental armor, so you only take 2 as the scarab does its job and protects you. Yeah, everyone else takes 4 points of mental damage.
I have the biggest brain, it seems. I'm
yeah, and as we're doing that, we're kind of going to turn around. Maya, what do you do as this happens?
I take 4 points of mental damage.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna scream.
And you're still holding on to the idol?
Yeah, I'm holding on to the idol.
Gotcha. Tony, what are you doing?
I'm gonna like try to cover my ears, I guess.
Yeah, you can tell it's not like a physical noise. It's like on a psychic frequency, essentially.
Interesting.
Like it's like you just suddenly get like a really bad headache.
All right. Can I still do
probably
something, or should
Yeah, you can
Story
still
do
do something.
something? Like, put that back, Maya.
That's gonna be Edie.
Yeah, I should put that there.
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Has Maya put it down yet?
No,
No.
it's not Maya's turn.
I'm gonna like walk over and just like, I assume it hasn't been lifted that far. I assume it's like a this
Yeah,
situation. I'm gonna walk over and I'm just like push the hand down.
yeah. You push it that you push it down. As soon as it touches back to the base, that feeling in everyone's mind just stops.
Well, that be. I'll be. What's going to happen?
Lydia's just like lying on the ground, like.
Boy, I forget about Lydia, bro.
He's like, Lydia goes, shouldn't have touched that.
Got a hangover finally?
Fine.
I'm gonna like crouch down and like rub her arm, and be like, it's okay, Lydia.
I hope so. As she gets up, you see that half of her body is just like covered in that same reflective like powder from the ground.
Wait, she has white powder all over her?
Yeah, the same reflective powder that's over everything in this room. She's just like got it smeared on her. She was laying in it.
So is it just the walls that are reflective, or is it like?
No, so basically it's like probably only up to about halfway up the walls are things reflective, and it's just like it's not even the walls themselves are reflective. They're still the same obsidian material. Everything is just covered in this fine like reflective powder.
I mean, like, does that continue down the hallway?
No, the hallway. Pretty much as soon as it hits the room entrance, that powder ends.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, guys, I don't think this is the room for us. We should go check down that hallway. This is where you respond.
Okay. I have to keep myself muted. My dog's being yappy.
Same here. Well,
Yeah,
we
you
can
guys-
mosey on down that way.
Yeah, you guys head down this hallway. Is Tony still in the lead?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty soon down here.
Definitely.
You
Lead
find,
the way, Tony.
So in this room, across the room is another open hallway, and to the right is another caved-in hallway. And in this room, it's filled wall to wall with just bizarrely patterned fabrics stitched into borderline like nonsensical shapes. Like clearly they're all being hung up, but like the fabric they don't look like clothing that any of you have ever seen.
Nothing I've ever seen. Anything that I would be interested in.
Make a spot hidden roll.
Okay, I got a 7. My
7.
spot hidden is 60. So is that like a major success? What is it called?
No.
Special success? Is that
Special
just line up on the table?
Because it's
wait, I
5%,
printed that
right?
table.
Yeah, it's 5%.
So no.
Oh, sorry, no, sorry, 1/5. It's 1/5 of it.
Oh, it's 20%.
Sorry, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that's
got the
special,
number
bro.
5. Okay,
You're
you got a special success?
Yeah, because I have spot hidden 60, and
Gotcha.
I rolled a 7.
So yeah, your special would be okay, yeah, no, yeah, you definitely got one. So you go in and you find in the back of this closet there's this weird everything's weird here. This weird, really gaudy, like yellow, almost like there's too many arms on it, but it's still in theory, like out of everything in here looks the most like human fitting. Yeah, very yellow like robe.
Robe. Cool.
Yellow
I'm
what?
gonna put it on and just be like, oh wow, look at this. This isn't my cigarette. This is.
I'm gonna try to stop her. And
No,
be
it looks like you,
"Fancy
little buddy."
pants. Last time we touched this, Let's say we touch stuff in here. All of our heads
So
hurt.
as she's touched it, nothing's happened. But are you trying to stop her from putting it on?
I'm trying to stop her from putting it on.
All right, make opposed strength rolls.
Okay.
Trying to dance, little Coney.
59.
Cody?
Out of so is it a regular success or?
Yeah, that's a success.
Well, mine was not. I rolled an 87.
Yeah, you kind of take out this middle-aged woman's hands, just kind of like rip it out.
Like
Okay.
fancy pants. Last time we touched stuff, all of our heads hurt. All right. And I don't know about you, but I don't got a whole lot of head to hurt. All
And
right.
Lydia, she's like, but we already touched this one, and I think that was like a shrine. So I feel like this is like more like clothes.
This is just a costume, doll, and I'm
I
gonna
think
continue to
someone
put
should
it
put it
on.
on.
I'm
You try
gonna
to stop her
continue
the
to put
second time, Tony?
Well, you
I'm
should
just
put it
gonna
on,
let her
Lydia.
put it on.
All right, so you put it on. Edie, add +5 to your patience immediately.
+5 to my patience?
Yeah.
All right.
As soon as you put this robe on, you have a vision of like time, like across like the universe, and you feel like just a sense of like life lasts as long as you let it. You know, time heals all wounds.
Where's patience?
Patience is under virtue.
Oh, it's virtue. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's a big change then.
Yeah. You put this on and you're like, everything like this too shall pass. Like, at the same time, you don't really feel like in physical danger wearing this. It doesn't give you any armor as far as you can tell, but you don't feel like you're in any physical danger while you're wearing it. I will say the robe is extremely gaudy, so make a note that your stealth and hide skills are treated as like half their current value.
Stealth and hide.
Yeah, while you're wearing this robe, they're treated as half value.
Okay. My pen keeps going out. Great. So I have this. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna put my cigarette out. I'm just gonna kind of put it out. I'm just saying. I think this is a beautiful cave. I think that we just have a lot of time. I feel like we can really explore things here, don't you all?
He's like,
I
okay.
guess, lady.
Bet. Okay, let's go.
All right, so you guys
All right.
keep heading into
I'm
the
gonna
cave.
light another cigarette, but like that one was done.
Okay.
Of
She
course.
just let a break happen.
It wasn't a period, it was a comma.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys head down that other hallway, and this hallway actually forks. There's something to the left, and there's something going to the right. And you can kind of hear like a little bit of noise other than like down to the right seems kind of like, you can still hear the music equally coming from both directions. Down to the right seems like it goes like a little further in, like, and down to the left you hear like some kind of like, almost like a, not scud, like some kind of like grind, like something's moving down the left hallway.
I'm gonna turn to Maya and be like, left is best, right, babe? And I'm just gonna fucking go at it. Start going left.
Disgust. This isn't even lust anymore. This is just like, I don't know.
Jesus,
This
help
is like,
me.
It's
he's
just
a frat
creepy.
boy.
That's
I
lust.
go.
No, it's not.
Frat boys are like entirely lust. What do you mean?
This seems like more hubris than lust. I'm gonna be honest. Lust
Yeah,
is
well,
like,
you should have
just-
put a hubris thing
I'm
on
more
the fucking
scared of
chart.
him than the goddamn cave.
yeah, I'm gonna say that what you're exhibiting is more like, it's a combination of lust and pride. It's just, I feel like just lust is like more like simp energy than whatever's going on here.
Well, sorry she doesn't have OnlyFans, so I can't donate or whatever.
Anyway,
I'm
so
going to the left.
all right.
I got a pocket.
Does everyone else follow?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm in the back now. Lydia and I are like discussing the world.
Lydia's just kind of listening to you, like she's at that point of like still like being drunk, where she'll like listen to anyone talking about anything, but she doesn't have anything meaningful to add to it. She's like,
Okay, and I'm not saying much because if she's not contributing, I don't want to be I'm just gonna be talking, and I'm just gonna like sit, like just yeah. Just really, really taking in all of the reflective powder.
You guys head down this hallway, and as you pop into this next room, this room's a little different because it's still mostly like dark material, but you see throughout there's like little pockets of light, like bioluminescent light mushrooms almost. And as you're, are you leaving the flashlights on, or are you turning them off as you approach?
Yeah, we're leaving the flashlights on. I'm leaving mine on.
Okay, so you head in.
I'm gonna turn mine off.
Okay, you turn yours off. Maya, what are you doing?
I'm leaving my shit on.
You get in, and you see that the floor of this room is also different. But rather than being like the silvery powder of the other room, this looks like a really kind of like matte clay. And it goes down across the floor thing, and you see it forms up into like tables and drawers and like almost like cabinets. But once again, nothing above waist height really. You see lots of these drawers are full of these like bioluminescent things. In the middle of the room is a figure, like almost like a dome, wearing kind of like a little hat, without much of a distinct face, but it seems like connected to the floor as it moves around. As your lights come in, your lights shine on it, it turns. You see it has like two like black like inset like kind of like circles here. It has like a weird like little like vent thing connected to it. It clearly seems like it has like lines through it, like look like they're bound closed by that silver powder you saw earlier, as well as like a few like embedded gemstones in it. And it looks at you and kind of like makes a little noise.
I'm gonna turn my light off out of fear.
You turn your light out. Maya, what about you?
Because I mean, we're gonna be walking in the dark if I turn my flashlight off.
Well, this room has.
Does Lydia
like,
still have her flashlight?
Lydia's flashlight's turned off as well. She's actually probably dropped it somewhere.
This is a bioluminescent room. Yeah.
This room has something.
Yeah, I'm turning off my flashlight.
You turn it off.
Yeah.
The thing kind of looks at you all.
Yeah, turn it off.
And then it starts like goes around the room and starts like you see like little like arms like kind of emerge from its like body, I guess, and like pick up these little things. And you see as your eyes kind of adjust, these are actually like bioluminescent mushrooms. And you see it goes around the room, and and at the end it comes kind of to the table closest to you, and it presents you with two plates. And this actually I have an illustration for the episode, so I'm very excited you came in. Here it is. Got two little plates, two plates of mushrooms with a serving for about one person.
Is he wearing a little hat?
Yeah, he's wearing a little chef's hat.
Nice.
Can I go and pick one up and help? Can I go pick one mushroom up and put it on the table and just be like, there you go?
It looks like this, as you put another mushroom on it from somewhere else, it kind of like grabs it and then it like does something to it, like it's like a little chef thing, and adds it to one of the plates.
I'm gonna, I guess, take a mushroom and consume.
It's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna eat the whole plate then.
Yeah, so you eat what you eat.
Like,
one of the two
guys,
plates.
Yeah, this shit's good. I'm eating the left plate.
Left plate, gotcha. It's really good. And yeah, each of them is about enough serving for one person. So one other person could probably eat the other plate.
I'm like, Maya, it could be our first date. It could be our first dinner date.
Disgusting.
I volunteer. What's her name? Lydia?
Lydia?
Baby, you want to try one of the mushrooms, baby?
Lydia's like, I think it would help. I do think it would help my headache a little.
I'm about to say, I think she does need something to eat.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think Lydia could do with a bit of grub.
Because yeah, she like goes, just kind of starts chowing down, and like yeah, it's pretty good.
Can I try and talk to the little
Sure.
guy?
It's about your height.
Oh my god, way bigger than I anticipated.
Yeah, it's pretty tall. I mean, like once again, everything else is about waist height. He's the only thing that like is above that level.
Oh. Well, I was gonna ask if I could pick it up, but I'm guessing not.
And yeah, it definitely looks like it's connected. Like the clay, it looks like as it moves, the clay from the floor like forms it, kind of like it's connected to the space.
I'll say, well, aren't you the little chef? Ah. I don't know.
Of
What is it?
course.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, and its eyes and mouth, like the noise are clearly coming from like kind of the grate where its mouth is, but its eyes and mouth like don't move at all.
Mm.
Like,
Like no
it's not,
face.
like it's not able to like really like look or anything like that. It's like it looks like this was added on.
It's like, who is that in there?
God
I'm
damn
gonna
it,
get
R2.
really, really close.
Are you trying to look into the grate on its face?
Yeah. Somehow.
Can I make like a listen check to see if I can decipher any of what it's saying?
Sure, go ahead and make a listen roll.
Ooh, yeah.
Um,
I'll do the same.
Ooh, 42 out of 45. I succeed.
Yeah, mark that as a success. So inside the grate, like you don't
Maybe
really
not.
see anything, especially because the light's kind of dim. With that listen roll, you feel like it almost sounds like water running through like little objects, like clinking together. Like when you really listen closely, it sounds like
Mm-hmm.
it sounds kind of like he's been filled with stuff. So as he moves, it all kind of like rubs against each other and produces like this noise.
Mm.
Can I poke his belly like the Pillsbury Doughboy?
It seems like he moves back, not that you moved him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did get to poke him. He just kind of like
Yeah.
swayed with it. I'm gonna like poke. Like ha ha ha. Thanks for the meal.
He just moves back. Doesn't really seem to like
Very Big
have
Macs.
a sense
Okay.
of play. Yeah.
Look here, baby, you better stop poking that thing before he gets you. Don't do that. I'm scared of you
think
poking
he'll-
that thing. He's gonna fuck us up or
Oh.
something.
Yes.
I'll stop. I
Hmm.
don't think he's gonna harm us. You're not gonna harm us, are you? See, he doesn't look like he could hurt a. He couldn't hurt a fly. Could you? No.
Guys, I'm not sure if it's actually speaking or if that's just the sounds it makes.
Lydia kind of looks at it as like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like if this thing wanted to, it's like what, all clay? It could do some real damage if it rammed into you at full force.
Do you think? I'm gonna. So there's like a table that I'm in front of, right?
That has the two plates on it.
And then, and like when we entered the room, like the floor is still the clay, right?
Yeah, the whole floor of this room is clay. It stops at the hallways.
Where do you get the plates?
Okay. I'm gonna try with my shovel because I still have that to like maybe dig some of the clay and investigate. What should I roll or?
I mean, you kind of go to like dig it, and it's one of those things where it seems like as you pick up the clay, it's almost like it's kind of like got a mind of it's like as you dig the clay up and like I assume like you like a shovel, like you're getting it off the shovel. Other clay moves to take its place. The clay you knock off the shovel kind of like lays itself back out flat.
It's like kinetic sand, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Interesting.
Where did he get the plates?
The plates are of the same. Yeah, as you asked that, you notice the plates like turn back into the clay material and merge the counter. They were the same.
Oh.
Very interesting. I'm gonna do another spot hidden check to see if I can, see anything else in the room. Of
What exactly are you searching for? You see there's a lot of drawers full of bioluminescent stuff with the walls. The top part's still rock. That's mainly what you can see. Is there something else specific you're looking for?
So you got
I'm specifically like looking to see if I can like figure out, I guess what's causing this creature to exist. like I'm confused by its existence, so I want to see if like there's some sort of source or like if the clay's coming from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this seems like everything you know about science and the natural world. This doesn't line up with it. This seems like something supernatural. As far as you know, no technology can make this kind of like system.
All right, I'm gonna turn to Lydia. Be like, what do you think we should do here? This man's just fed us.
So, well, we already ate, so he doesn't seem to be making anything else. So I think dinner's over.
Fair enough.
Normally when I eat, I dine and dash. I'm kind of surprised we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I guess we should maybe go down the hallway then.
Yeah, do we want to go back and see the other fork, or do we want to go to the hallway on the other side of this room?
Let's just go deeper into. I think I'm gonna go deeper in the cave. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to split us up. And I'm going to think that Maya wouldn't want to split us up either.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys head down into that, and you see encounter another fork. One path goes straight ahead, and you can see there's another room with kind of like bioluminescent stuff in it, probably more mushrooms. And then to the left is another hallway that kind of snakes off.
Oh, I thanked the little blub blub before we left.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, doll.
All right. So you said it's another hallway.
Yes, this hallway goes down to another branch. One goes straight ahead, like it's not like a left or wide branch. It's like one path goes straight ahead to another like room that looks very bioluminescent in the distance. The one to the right, or sorry, the one to the left, snakes off to who knows where into darkness.
I'm going to turn my flashlight on and take charge putting the group down the dark one.
Head down the dark hallway. Gotcha.
All right. I'll also turn my flashlight back on.
Turn the flashlight back on. Gotcha.
Yeah.
As you guys head down this hallway, it snakes out, and now the music's getting louder. You hear it almost reaches kind of like a cacophony of noise. You hear all these different instruments playing. Something in you, inside of you, can tell if you feel a sense of kind of finality approaching this room. If you head in there now, you get the sense that probably you won't have a chance to check out the rest of the complex if you were interested in any of the other caverns.
Okay. And you said the music is like very freeform, right?
Yeah, there's like probably and the amount of instruments has grown the more time you've spent here. The most sudden growth was walking down this hallway, and probably there's about 50 instruments playing all kind of in.
Are there any saxophones playing?
No, these all seem like a little more traditional instruments. Not really contemporary.
I'm gonna pull out my saxophone and attempt to harmonize. No, I guess not. I don't know how you want that to work though, because do I have to like knowingly bring my saxophone on every adventure, or like?
Yeah, I mean, there are going to be some adventures where you can like go back by your apartment in different cases and get ready for things.
Okay.
But yeah, in general, saxophones are kind of a big deal to be carrying around. So
no, I figured it was like a hitter. It is probably not going to work because I probably wouldn't have my saxophone. But I figured I'd try to see what happened.
You also have someone else who has this.
I have I can show off and I can play the saxophone.
Gotcha.
Those are my two performative things.
Okay, yeah. So you all want to go down. So that being said, about the this feels like you won't be able to explore anything else. You're fine with.
I mean, I feel like I'm fine with it. I feel like there's probably more other magic things we could find, but I have one.
Yeah, I mean that's the general trade-off in these sorts of things. But yeah. So you guys head this room. As soon as you see this room, there is a light source. You're not sure where it's from. Your flashlights aren't. The light kind of throws you in the hallway. And you come out of this room where all of these instruments all around the room, drums, like an old, like a really like old-timey looking grand piano with an open lid, different like woodwinds, different string instruments, everything just seems to be kind of playing itself. And in the middle, there's this large figure on this keyboard that seems to be controlling all of these instruments. It seems engrossed and looking, doesn't seem to notice you as you come in.
So there's some guy playing on a big ass synthesizer.
Yeah, well, yeah, playing all these other instruments out here, yeah.
Is there a saxophone?
There is not.
Huh. Yeah. There's my plan.
Yeah, anything that's like would have been invented in the last like these are all these instruments. Like even the piano looks like a prototype piano from like
it's like an ancient
long like everything here looks like ancient. Like the woodwinds are literally like made of wood. You know what I mean? Like everything here is super duper old. Like it looks. They look like well maintained, but they also look primitive in comparison to modern instruments. They're probably like, if I had to date them, I'd probably say they look like probably 500 BC or something like that, like Rome runes and all
Old.
that, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. What do y'all think we should do?
I wish I knew. What do we see, like, what kind of check we would need to do for...
Can we ask if he takes any requests?
Do you want to talk to him?
Yeah. Ask me if he can play Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Was that? Do you
You love
ask
a
him?
fiddle!
How did you play Devil Went Down to Georgia?
And then you see, it's kind of like when you say
my
that,
God.
he kind of goes, "You refer to me," and slowly the instruments one by one, as he kind of takes his hand, like kind of like die down. He says, "The song you request, I know not much of music today."
Mm.
So he understands what I'm saying. That's a good thing. That's a start.
Yeah, you see, as it turns around, like its form is like it's this big figure. The most solid part of its form is its outfit, which it seems to have like more arms than a normal person. But the exact details kind of flicker and warp the longer you look at him. It doesn't seem like he's one like a solid living being. And I mean, it has that. It's like kind of like outfit on, and like kind of garish, like red and brown, like patterned thing. And the instruments kind of like you hear kind of like air released from them as they kind of like fall into like an inactive position. Kind of looks face
I'm going to kind of, looking at him, I'm going to kind of look at my robe and then make the connection that obviously this is his robe, as he has many arms and this robe has many armholes, right?
Yeah.
Can I walk up to him and be like, "This is a nice robe"?
If you like it, you may keep it.
Really?
I suppose I won't have much need for these things much longer.
What do you
Why
mean
is
by that?
Because I'm creator of this domain. I think now I've spent enough time here that I'm ready to move on.
Where are you going to go, though?
Lydia's like, must be nice. And he says, I cannot go to the world below, because I'm unable to die, but I suppose I shall dissolve myself and my realm.
Where's your realm?
He kind of gestures to the caves around him.
Oh, I see.
And he says,
Is this not already a realm below? Are you not happy?
happiness and sadness are things that have long not felt.
Did you create the mushroom chef?
I created everything in this realm, except for my servant. He came here of his own accord.
That's probably the minor, y'all. Books. Learn from them.
Yes.
Right? I was just forgetting because he said he never seen him again. Some shit. Damn.
But yes, he resides in this domain as well, but I gather from your reaction that you did not encounter him.
No, we had not.
Yes, he
Well,
is
baby,
also...
how long you been down here?
Who can say? The way mortals measure time changes so often.
You still use days.
If I were to tell you what year it was when I last in the mortal realm, I doubt you would recognize the calendar system.
Try me.
Yeah.
He says like an incomprehensible like gargle, and even as he like visually like represents like the characters that are the numbers, yeah, you can't tell what it was.
Mm. How do you stay alive this whole time?
Well, I was never living. I suppose I could never die. So I suppose that means in some case I was never alive.
What's your name, doll?
It was taken from me long ago.
Oh, that's so sad.
I was once what you might consider you might classify as a god. But the heavens were full, and I was not worshipped by enough to justify the space I took.
That's a tough gig.
It really is. That's tough, buddy.
Kind of
Look, so what
nod.
are you like? Are you like condemned to this realm or what?
He kind of sighs and says, there are as many gods as there are people to worship. The realm they occupy is finite. I cannot enter the realm below, as I cannot die. So not ready to leave and detach myself from this existence. I carved out this space in between.
Fuck. What did you use to carve the space?
It's been so long since I've created. I feel like I've lost the ability. All I have the power to do, especially now, I've lost quite a bit of my power keeping the door open so that it would be possible for you all to leave. And about now, all I can do is dissolve back into the universe.
That's so kind of you.
Oh man, we can't save this guy.
I
don't
know.
think we can.
I know little kindness or cruelty. I only know my time remains. Something is wrong in your world.
Have you been keeping your servant alive with your powers as well?
He is unable to die now. He is, in this realm, there is no life or death. You are only
It's just the beginning and the end type thing.
You only remain alive because your tether to your world has not been severed. That being said, he does eat. So when he came in, I reactivated my chef in the mushroom garden to grow sustenance. He chose to do so.
So you knew we were here as soon as we walked into the door.
Yes, I have limited powers, but in my realm, I do know what goes on in my halls.
So if you do, what was that big old thud that, majority of the neighborhood heard?
Huh? Sorry, that was me asking. What was that?
Didn't all right, when there's all the music shit and you said there's like a fucking loud ass noise, like almost like an earthquake type of thing.
The tremor.
Tremor,
Gotcha.
that's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah.
Yes, the earthquake was not of my doing, but it was a coincidence. It was involved with that thing that is wrong of which I speak. It is not of this world or this plane of existence. It's not from the world above of the gods or of the world below. It is something else entirely. Something that's
Does it have anything to do with that shrine we saw?
The shrine? No, that shrine was the last of the shrines of my own.
Oh, damn. I was going to take it.
Anything to do with your dying?
No, I'm merely your exposure to my realm is merely a byproduct. But I think now that you know, you've been warned, I've served my purpose here.
What if we worship you?
How can you
Can you
worship
stay
me?
alive and worship you?
How can you worship a god whose name you do not know?
What's your name, fam?
We'll call you Red Robe.
Tell us.
Like I said, my name is lost even to me.
I love it. Oh man, can we give you a name?
Perhaps.
No.
What would you name me?
Call you Doug.
Doug.
I was literally thinking Douglas.
This is Doug.
Fucking Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. You see, as you say that, like kind of like a 5 o'clock shadow grows across like the bottom of this being's face. It says, perhaps in time, if you remember me, there's room for me in the land of the gods yet, but for now, I must rest.
Doug, one last question. If you disappear, if you dissolve and stop existing, what will become of your servant?
He is of this realm. He is of this realm. With its dissolution, he may be freed if he so wishes. It's his decision alone to make. And you see a very like skinny man in like a surprisingly like nice like outfit, clearly from like the fabrics in the closet before, comes in. Yes, my master. He says, do you wish to be free? He says, the world I've left behind, there's nothing left in it for me. I'm more of this world than of that one. He has like, talks like a similar like kind of cadence.
Mm-hmm.
The Doug says, very well. He shall dissolve along with me in my realm.
Is this our little mushroom chef?
No,
or is that the miner?
This is the miner.
Okay. I'm so sad. I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, me too. I want to save Doug, but I don't know what to do to save Doug.
Yeah, like you said, he said perhaps with time, if you don't forget him and you remember him, and perhaps tell others to him, he will one day have enough power to be able to do something in the realm of activity again. But for now, I mean, he's spent like the past, who knows how many thousands of years maintaining this realm and preventing it from,
See, my question is, with you, dissolving away, will you be able to keep this said door open for us?
Yes.
Or are we just...
You will all be returned to where you entered my realm.
Is there any more than what we discovered already?
He says, yes, but my power grows weak, and I doubt there's not a way to return to it now. You see, even down at the end of the hallway, shining your lights down it, it's kind of like a dissolve, like it's almost like dissolving into like a mist, and it's slowly like coming towards the door to this room. You all shall face no harm.
I'm sorry, Doug. I don't wish your fate upon anyone.
Yes, Doug. Thank you for your generosity. Would you like a smoke?
You see, he takes a cigarette from you. And he says, "It's not your failure. You've done nothing to apologize for." He takes the cigarette, and rather than like smoking it, he looks at it. You see it all for a second. It looks like smoke's coming out of the tip. You see that the cigarette itself is dissolving, and everything around you starts fading. And Lydia is kind of like, "Oh shit!" And you see like everything starts kind of. Suddenly, you feel another tremor all around you as you're all in this like darkness. And as it snaps to stop, you find yourselves in that original room, the cavern that had the doors in it. There's no longer doors. Where the doors once were, there's just a pile of rubble.
Shit.
You hear like mechanical noises coming from the other side of the wall of rubble, and suddenly bursting open with like a large drill attached to one hand. You see a man with like goggles, a giant like mechanical backpack, a light hanging over it, and like his other glove has like a metal fist. You see this African man like burst open. The way is open, and you see behind him a man with like a very like Anglo-Saxon chap with like a vest and a big game like hunting rifle come through. He's like, "Oh, I say, good work over there, chap." Hangs in like gun facing. "What have we got here?" And then you see a woman with brilliant red hair and a long green dress step through the hole behind them, and she goes, "Guns down, Shelton. My." She says,
Who are y'all?
I have a feeling I'm not about to get lusted after anymore. Thank God.
You see, that's a gorgeous one, probably in her early 30s or late 20s, with a large hat on. You're blinded by this bright light. She sits down, Shelton. She says, I didn't think there was anyone else out and about in the caves who enjoyed exploring the mines. She says, if you don't recognize me, actually, is there a roll? Make like just an intelligence roll as like an idea roll.
I think I know who this is.
Oh, actually, if you think you know who it is, you probably know who it is.
Yeah, it's Audrey Plaza, right?
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, it's Aubrey Plaza, right?
Unmistakably.
It's Audrey Viamore.
Famous redhead Aubrey Plaza.
Fucking Janet Snakehole. See, that's what I was. When Story was talking, that's what I was thinking about the whole time. Janet Snakehole.
It's very Janet Snakehole.
This is very clearly. She goes,
you're Audrey.
guilty as charged.
What a doll.
She says, well, we were working on doing more of our prep work with our archive, inserting the archives underground. We're reusing quite a lot of the mine shafts. It's just so convenient that they're already there. She says, no, we'd experienced that tremor, and there was quite a large new tunnel that we had no idea where it led to. And we heard this most fantastic and out-of-this-world music we've ever heard. So I gathered up people I could. She gestures to her two companions and set off into the tunnels. She says, I do notice that the music has stopped now. You wouldn't happen to have anything to do with that, would you?
I wish we didn't, but unfortunately we may have to Doug's death.
Doug?
The fallen god.
She says, please, tell me everything.
Well,
he had about this
we
many
followed...
arms. I'm going to kind of hold up my rope.
Oh, wow. Right around over there is a man named
tell her
Doug.
what we know
Yeah, so how is there anything that you guys try to hide? I will say, Edie,
No.
you still have the robe on.
God damn it, knock all my teeth.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing all of it.
Yeah, so you go through everything. Edie still have the robe on to get through. I see. Lydia even piped up one point like, yeah, the mushrooms are just really, really good. She's like, oh my, you're precious. And like pinches her cheek. She's like, how not? She kind of turns to Shelton. It's like, this one's novel. And Lydia's like, as you get to the end of the story, Audrey seems like very like interested in everything you're saying, very attentive to like your story. She asks like all the very like relevant questions about like the world below. You said like very like clearly not being patronizing, except maybe to Lydia, who's contributing the least to the story. And to get to the end, she says, "Well, I see you've had quite a run-in with the unknown."
For sure.
A bit, yeah.
She says, you wouldn't happen to have any interest in continuing such explorations, would you?
Fuck, I got no job.
She says,
my money makes itself, so.
She says, excellent.
I do need somewhere to find my next husband.
Because my team has been, quite busy running to and fro. We're trying to prepare for, the opening of, Audrey's Oddities won't open itself, but there's simply so much in this town that has been going on as of late. I would feel much better having a team of capable and experienced explorers such as yourself, perhaps digging into the strange happenings so that my team can focus on our main project. What do you all say?
I'm down. Also, you didn't tell me you were looking for a husband. You down to consummate a one-day marriage?
I look into the camera.
You didn't say you were looking for that.
I will say, notably though, Tony is obviously poor.
I am very poor, yeah.
I'll say she's a big. Okay, one thing. Edie's a big flirt. Her lust is only at a 3, and she's looking for husband number 4. She's 43 and looking for her husband's 4.
Don't do it, Tony. Don't do it.
And she's very
Well,
rich
it'd be
and
a
never
one-day
worked a day in her
marriage.
life.
So yeah,
Good
if you
box.
all have an agreeable time with, if you all agree to it, then you are now at the beginning of the Audrey Oddities mystery investigation team, supernatural investigation. Which
Okay.
this you can wear.
Is there an acronym for that?
Audrey's Oddities supernatural investigation team. I'll sit.
Hey, sit.
I'll sit. I don't know.
Oh no.
What? Oh no! What?
Auschwitz.
No.
I'll sit.
I'll sit. But they don't say it like that. They just say the Audrey's Oddities supernatural investigation team.
You know, sit.
And then
Pronounce Ishe.
yeah. So with that, you all are for your story. And she turns to Edie. She says, "I don't suppose you'd be interested in selling to the collection." Kind of mentioning pointing to the robe. She says, "I mean, she says it's yours. You found it. But if you're interested, I'm sure I could. My team could pay handsomely for such a fine addition to our collection."
I want to. I'm trying to think about how to say this in character. It's like, oh, this whole thing. Wait, before I say this, when I take it off, is it gonna like take away my patience and things like that?
Yeah, if you're not like if it's not like you're not using it, it doesn't affect your personality value.
Okay, and +5 to patience. Okay, tell you what, doll, I'll donate it as long as it doesn't say donated anonymously.
And she says that can be arranged. She says that can be arranged, Miss Fendrych.
I would like it to say like on loan from Zenaide Fendrych.
She says the deal's kind of like drawn up. She has like seems like she has on hand like with her like contracts she can modify, and you see the things like yes, and then technically was it with the on loan thing? It's yours, so you can get it if you feel the need to grab it later.
Awesome.
Yeah, it might take a little while.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, and with that, Lydia's like, well, I guess all's well that ends well.
Oh, and Doug must be acknowledged as well.
Yeah, we have to acknowledge our God.
We're all gonna get
Must be,
matching Doug
must say,
tattoos.
robe of the fallen god Doug, donate or on loan from Zenaide Fendrych.
And yeah, all that's put into note. When the museum eventually opens, it'll be somewhere in there. She says that the whole story will be on the plaque for this part of the exhibit. It's part of the Gold City exhibit. Yeah, it seems all's well that ends well, and this is where the narrative portion of our episode ends. So viewers, hope you enjoyed the first ever session of this version of Curiosities. And we hope it's engaging enough. Because you're not going to want to miss what comes next.
I promise, guys, I worked on my accent throughout the week.
We've got,
I know I enjoy
including these three, we've got 8 players, all playing different characters. This is a troop-style gameplay, all playing 2 to 3 different characters. So you're going to want to come back. If this group didn't sit right with you for whatever reason, we've got plenty. So we got some character that'll tickle your fancy.